What up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm just going to be talking about my PW80 that I built. This thing's fully custom built, not really from the ground up, but it is pretty much custom built. And I'll just be walking you guys through everything that I've done to it. So let's move on to that. So to start off, this is a 2003 PW80. Let's just start at the front to begin. I have not stiffer springs, but I have spacers in the forks to add a little bit of stiffness to the front forks, because the front forks are just way too squishy for me. Obviously, because this is set up for a small kid. But yeah, so I have that set up for the forks. I'm also running, obviously, Renthal bars. They're not tall bars, but they are a little bit taller, and they're much wider than the stock bars. So I went with Renthal bars. And then the front tires, just some old tire that my buddy gave me. I don't even know what tire that is. And then, you know, just a little sticker kit that I got. And then some Yamaha graphics. But for the performance upgrades, let's get into it. It's not really too much performance stuff. It's just mainly all new. So to start off with the airbox, I drilled holes in the airbox on the top of it in there. You can't really see it at all from here. Well, you can't see it at all. But basically, I did that to, you know, just open it up, because these bikes are very famous for being choked on air and just not, you know, just being flooded with fuel. So they're very known for being sluggish. So drilled some holes in the top to open it up, and also I drilled it on the top and not the sides or the front, so then dirt couldn't get in there as easy. So yeah, so I did that. Bone stock air filter, because I didn't want to get a pod filter, because I feel like those just increase the risk of getting dirt in your motor. I just don't trust those. I never have. But anyway, moving on to the cylinder. Brand new OEM cylinder, brand new OEM head. I have an OEM, what am I trying to say? Ignition coil. It just has a waterproof cap on it. I have a Wiseco piston kit in it. And the reason why I went with a Wiseco piston kit versus OEM is because the Wisecos, honestly, in my opinion, last longer. I feel like the Wiseco pistons are they're more designed for, like, just longevity versus, I don't know, I don't really know what I'm saying, but they're just, I have very good experience with Wiseco pistons, so I really trust them. And they're also forged metal, and I believe that they gain a little bit of compression out of your motor. They gain you a little bit of compression. So anyway, moving on. I have a brand new OEM crank. I have brand new OEM crank bearings. I replaced all of the crank bearings, or not crank bearings, all the transmission bearings in the transmission. All new shifting springs, all new seals, all new everything. I have an OEM flywheel in there. That's stock. I haven't done any ignition modifications. And then I also have a block off plug on the oil injector, because I run this on premix, because it just runs way better on premix. And in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion, it's safer. So, for the motor. But anyway, brand new OEM carburetor, and then it's just the classic Mikuni carburetor. And then moving back, I went with, oh, and I almost forgot this. I have brand new clutch plates, EBC clutch plates, and they are just working great. So, have those in there, all OEM springs, OEM, I have OEM metal plates. So I just have EBC friction plates, but everything in the clutch is all brand new as well. But moving back, so I have a DID, I don't want to get in the way of the light, I have a DID ERT2 gold chain on there, and the reason why I chose this chain is because I feel like these last the longest out of any chain, honestly, on the market. I use them on my Husky, on my big bike. And I've been using them for a while now, and they just seem to be lasting really long on everything that I use them on. So I went with that, of course, for this. And then I went with Sunstar front and rear sprockets, because I just feel like Sunstar makes really good sprockets. I've been using that brand as well for a very long time. So anyway, moving back, I have a Geomax Dunlop MX52 rear tire. It's bald as shit now. It's not really slicked yet, but it's still got some knobby on there, but they're just, basically, they just suck. But it's got a flat tire, obviously. It's starting to come off the bead. I can't ride it, and I will be, by the way, posting a riding video with this very soon, as I get a tire tube for this. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, moving on, I have a BW80 shock up in there. I don't know if you guys can see the red spring on camera. You probably can't, but I have a BW80 shock. That is the big wheel version of this bike. If you guys don't know, it has the same motor, a little bit different transmission, but it just has the big, you know, classic fat wheels on it. So just a really just funny looking goofy bike. But anyway, the reason why I went with a shock from that is because the spring on it is stiffer. So, you know, it's set up more for my weight and to go with the stiffer forks. So, you know, the stock shock on this is just terrible, honestly, in my opinion. Maybe not for a little kid, but for me, it's horrible. I can go over a rock that's like that big and it'll just completely bottom it out. So not only is that hard on the frame, it's annoying and it just sucks to ride with. But anyway, I did that. And the last modification I've done to my bike is, well, not the last actually, I have two KX250F foot pegs. My foot peg mount's obviously completely fucked. I have to get a new one. I've been railing the shit out of this thing in berms, but anyway, I have to get a new one of those, but I can still ride with it. But anyway, my last modification that I've done to this bike is I have a stock silencer, but I just cut it shorter. And, well, I didn't cut it. My buddy actually cut it, and he gave this to me because he had a PW80, and he gave it to me. So we call it the custom shorty pipe. But yeah, this little thing, it just adds a little bit more crackle to the sound of it, which you guys will see in a second. I'm going to start this up for you guys and let you guys hear it. And yeah, and then we'll end the video. But yeah, I think I'll say my outro here, guys, and then I'll give a little running video of it and, you know, just show you guys the other side of it. I'll flip it around and start it up so you guys can see the other side of it and hear it. But I'll do my outro right now. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more videos because, like I said, I'll be having riding videos of this coming up. And like I said in my other video, I will have flyfield videos coming soon. So stay tuned, but yeah, really nothing else to say. Thanks for watching, guys.